Is this man a scientist? Is those people reading a science book? Is this man perhaps a scientist? Or perhaps this man is a scientist? Wait, perhaps those two are scientists? Or this man? Or this is the scientist of the future? Hopefully she will be a scientist if she wants to. This is not how you study to be a scientist. This is not the book to read if you want to be a scientist. This isn't either the book to read if you want to learn science.
To all those who say that flat earth Bible cosmology doesn't matter, just because our lukewarm churches and our friends at church say it doesn't matter, doesn't make it true.
This is a Christian flat earther from US. He don't agree with me. He goes under the name Level Head.
All the churchgoers who say Bible cosmology doesn't matter and is non-salvational would also have to say that the 2,000% increase in atheism and biblical doubt the last century also doesn't matter.
Depending on which study you're looking at, around 75 to 80% of the population in US believes in some God.
Because ever since the churches accepted the heliocentric globe model into their culture, disbelief in the Bible and atheism and agnosticism has skyrocketed to levels never before seen in history.
Before he said that it was the last century, it started to grow, the atheism. So, when did church accept the globe, as he says, 1910 or oh dear?
And sadly, these statistical facts are completely ignored by mainstream Christians because they're too busy trying to fit in with the culturally accepted ideas within their churches.
So this is the reason why people believes in the globe.
The heliocentric globe model is the foundation for atheism and biblical doubt. And today, we're going to see that.
I'm sure that we will see a science-denying, reality-denying fool.
There's not a single verse anywhere in the Bible that says cosmology is not important and non-salvational. Only the devil could perpetrate such an idea like that. My friends, the devil is the only one who could convince the churches that the details on the very first page of the Bible are non-salvational.
So, this is a scientist.
Romans 1 verse 20 makes it clear that correctly understanding what is made around us is what allows us to correctly understand that God is our creator.
Still, as a flat earther, you can't explain why those creatures see the sun 24 hours per day in the summertime in Antarctica, and you can't explain why ships disappear bottom first over the horizon.
And the devil has worked very hard at counteracting and hiding the true meaning of that verse, especially within the churches. The fact that our churches and our church friends are peer pressuring one another into saying that cosmology is non-salvational just goes to show how cunning the devil truly is. The pressure to fit in with our cultural, social circles has always been one of the devil's most masterful tools. So let's take a few moments to check to see if flat earth Bible cosmology matters or not. Let's go see really quick how salvational it actually is.
When my dad decided to change to be into a flat earther, I took that as a challenge and I tried to prove him wrong.
I was a staunch atheist for about 15 years.
I had a brother that was trying to convince me about flat earth, and I actually set out to prove him wrong.
I was an atheist 39 years. I used to be an atheist up until 2015. when I mockingly began researching flat Earth.
To prove him wrong, I had to know what the actual argument for the flat Earth was.
So then I started going into the research and boom.
Researched that for about a year and a half. I came to the realization that we've been lied to, that the Earth was in fact a flat stationary plane and not a spinning water ball. That opened up the possibility of a creator, which in turn shattered my atheism. My trust in the Bible was restored, where I before didn't have any faith. Why trust the Bible when you couldn't even trust page 1? Now I could trust page 1.
Did you listen to what he just said there? Do you see how important page 1 of the Bible is? If you can trust page 1, well, guess what? You can trust the entire book. This is the simple logic surrounding this topic.
So the fact that you can find flat earthers on TikTok, on YouTube and so on is a stronger proof than all scientific evidence that pointing on that we live on a globe. Is he for real?
Now let's dive a little deeper and let's ask Google really quick why the decline in biblical belief has been so drastic since the 1900s. Now I don't always trust Google for everything, but there's nothing to hide on this one.
And then we have some cherry picking. Choose what results from Google you trust.
And they'll tell you straight up exactly why the Bible is no longer believed like it used to be 100 years ago. Let's look. I asked Google why Bible belief had declined so drastically since 1900, and this is the answer it gave me. It says, there isn't one singular reason for the decline in biblical belief since 1900, but rather a complex interplay of several factors. Here are some of the key contributing causes. Reason number 1. Scientific discoveries and advancements have challenged traditional religious beliefs and authority, particularly regarding the literal interpretation of biblical accounts of creation and the nature of reality. This is not a conspiracy, neither is it hidden information. Yet mainstream churchgoers willfully hide this information from themselves in order to stay in line with the accepted traditions of their church social circles.
Strange, he didn't underline this last word, reality.
As long as their church and their church friends keep hitting that like button on all of their traditionally approved church topics that agree with their denomination's traditions, then they'll just keep on ignoring the catalysts that are causing atheism and biblical disbelief to grow more and more every generation. Let's now let Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of the world's foremost atheists, explain this concept from an atheist's point of view.
So what happened was, when science discovers things and you want to stay religious, or you want to continue to believe that the Bible is unerring, what you would do is, you would say, well, let me go back to the Bible and reinterpret it. Then you'd say things like, oh, they didn't really mean that literally, they meant that figuratively. So this whole sort of reinterpretation of how figurative the poetic passages of the Bible are came after science showed that this is not how things unfolded.
Did we listen to what Neil just said there? We can now see why atheism and disbelief has flourished this past century. It's because Christians have started making up a bunch of weird, complex excuses for the Bible not matching NASA and mainstream science.
It's so many problems with this. First of all, most people that believe in a God on this earth is not Christians. Second one, who did write the Bible? Did God? No, it was ordinary people that, according to Christians, write down God's word. So how they did write was based on their knowledge. If God would told them about the universe, how big the sun is and so on, they wouldn't understand. I don't believe in any God. Is that because of science? No. It's because I haven't found any evidence for a God. I respect people's right to have a belief, but I don't respect when people tries to force their beliefs on others. When flat earthers try to use the Bible to explain how you astronomical navigates using the Bible, it gets so damn silly. Everybody with an education or experience of navigating in real life knows they are 100% wrong. Flat earthers are science and reality deniers, and the biblical flat earthers are disrespectful against others' people's beliefs in a God. It's not religion versus culture, it's reality versus stupidity.